I think with Voit, on the other hand, this feels like a player that, and they had no interest in calling him up last year, no matter how many home runs he hit in Syracuse. But I will say this, Joe, and I kind of want your thought. Voit has had stretches of being a legitimate major leaguer with a legitimate power bat, and he's hit over 20 home runs in 3 different seasons throughout his major league career. And he did that in 2022, so you don't have to look too far away to think about that. If Vientos, and we don't want this to happen, but completely falls on his face with his at-bats, and a guy like DJ Stewart gets hurt or something, those 2 very minor things, I think we could see Luke Voit in a Mets uniform before July, quite honestly, Joe.
I think when you look at the young players like Vientos and Baty, while they're going to get a significant opportunity here, to your point, that opportunity is not you get the whole season no matter how you're performing. Because while the Mets do want to assess for 2025, David Stearns has made it as clear as possible. And I know fans may not agree. There could be varying opinions on that, but he believes he built a playoff team and he is not backing down from that. So if Mark Vientos is struggling, then Luke Voit, to your point, has proven to, at minimum, be a power bat. What else you're going to get? Who knows? But he could hit home runs. It was like 14 in 32 games, I believe, for AAA Syracuse last year or something crazy like that. Like basically every other day he hit a home run in AAA. So it's insurance for the young players. And I know there are some fans that have said that it's wrong that the Mets are just gifting the position to Mark Vientos. They're just gifting the position to Brett Baty. So I think it's just another sign of David Stearns protecting the organization and also just being ready for the worst case scenario to potentially play out. And that brings a guy like Luke Voit into play. And he certainly has experience with Carlos Mendoza, as Voit was a Yankee.